Welcome back to Access Anime. My name is Henshin Ikeda, and I'll be doing a walkthrough review of OreShura Episode 3. Now, if you remember from last episode, we see Natsukawa actually inviting Shiwa to her club, which was newly formed, calling it the Club for Young Maidens to Recreate Themselves. Okay, really? There is no such club. That is BS. We know it. I think Chai was just playing along like she really wants to join. Now, apparently, Aida is going to be the advisor, so Aida gets suckered into becoming the advisor for this club to help women with their popularity. Really? Yeah, I call BS. But again, this club was created to help Shiwa with her popularity. So I thought this was kind of interesting, and I can't wait to see where that's going to go. Now, apparently, Shiwa already has a love interest. His name is Sakagami, or at least that's what Natsukawa kind of put together for her. So I'm kind of interested to see about this love interest, Sakagami, and where's it going to take us? Just putting that out there. And again, I'll hold my final thoughts and rating at the end of the clip, so stay tuned. Let's dive right on in. So we open up this new episode with Natsukawa, and she's telling Shiwa to fight an alien, and it probably will increase her popularity. Come on, seriously, fight an alien. You mean an alien from Mexico or an alien from outer space? The way she's talking, an alien from outer space. And I thought, really, we're going to go there? And again, Natsukawa actually reads a passage from Aida's notebook. And I thought it was hilarious. And yes, Aida does lose it. Literally, he loses it. He's like, don't read it, don't read it. But he's not saying it, of course. He doesn't want Shiwa to catch on to anything, or Natsukawa to release any of this, personal information online to anyone else. But again, that's where we open up with. Moving on to a different scene now, we are taking to Natsukawa, and she's basically telling Shiwa that she doesn't really have to fight an alien, just, fight someone from your past life, maybe. Really? That doesn't even make sense. It makes more sense for the alien type thing, but fight someone from your past life? And then Shiwa, she's actually playing along, or it looks like she was playing along, but I started to take her seriously. She's like, well, in my past life, I was a princess of some foreign land. I was like, okay, what are you on? Because that's... I'm not going to go there. Girl, I'm not going to go there. Moving on past that. Now, Aida, yeah, he basically talks to Shiwa and says, guess what? That status is BS. You are not a princess in your past life, That was fake. Your status was fake. And he makes everything sound so gloomy. He's trying to rationalize everything. So, I'm giving him a little credit, but, girls will be girls, boys will be boys, let it go, man. So we are taken to a different scene with Natsukawa, and she basically tells Shiwa, okay, you don't have to fight anyone, really. Just pretend. I'm like, okay, that makes more sense. At least in my opinion, it makes more sense. And basically, she tells Shiwa, I'll write your script. So apparently Natsukawa is going to write a script for Shiwa. Like, okay, and in 3 days we're going to execute this plan on you pretending to fight someone, thanks to this script. I mean, anything for popularity, right? Seriously? What could possibly go wrong? Guess we'll find out. So we are taking to, obviously, a different scene with Shiwa, and 3 days have passed, and she's in the classroom. She enters the room, and she shouts, Gaia is crying out, just randomly. Again, she enters the classroom, and she shouts, Gaia is crying out. Do you feel it, Aida? Cameras turn to Aida. I'm like, seriously? Foreboding spirit energy is another thing we hear. I'm like, oh my god. I mean, this sounds like a play. Literally, it sounds like a play, and it looks like a play. And then you see Shiwa do a DBZ moment. Like, oh my, seriously, we're gonna go there? She ripped it straight from DBZ. I'm not shitting you. Watch that if you haven't. I was like, wow. So yeah, moving on to a different scene. It's a WTF scene. We see the classroom turn around after she's done with this whole little fake fighting scene, and they love it. We see Shiwa leave the classroom. She doesn't even know the end result of what really happened, but everyone turns to Aida and they start clapping. He's like, that was amazing. I'm like, are you shitting me? Oh, I'm just like, oh no, we're gonna go there, seriously? The whole classroom loved it, and they think apparently it's a comedy skit, and Aida's like, you thought it was a comedy skit? Okay, let's go with it, man. I mean, Sakagami obviously probably liked it, or whoever else was in the classroom, because apparently they're just that blind of what was actually happening. And Natsukawa, oh my god, it's heart-wrenching. Like, you thought it was a comedy skit? It was supposed to be a dramatic scene. Yeah, so we are taking to a different scene with Natsukawa, and they're in the club room now. And apparently, it's time for Shiwa to ask Sakagami out. She's like, you know what? I've had it. They've laughed at the play. We've had 2 tries already. Yeah, guess what, Shiwa? It's time to ask Sakagami out. And I was like, oh, really? We're going there. Yeah, I don't know how that's gonna, Apparently, Sakagami is at a state of complete love right now, apparently. Or they believe he's at that particular state where, strike 1, strike 2. I mean, you faked the guitar, now you fake it with this comedy skit. That has to do something for Sakagami. So, I guess 3rd time's a charm. That's what pretty much is what they're going at. And Shiwa, off the bat, says, yeah, no more of this crap. I'm just going to ask the dude out. I'm like, thank you. Thank you. Is that Reason I hear knocking at the door? I think it is. So I was like, finally, the girl finally knows what she wants. So she has the idea of writing a love letter, or at least this is what Natsukawa mentions, write a love letter and leave it in his locker. Kind of makes sense. So we are taken to a different scene with Ikeda, and this is like later on that day, and he actually checks with Shiwa in asking her, is this what you really want to do? And they're talking at a grocery store. It's like, okay. So Shiwa, definitely, she's down with it. And it doesn't look like she's excited when she says that. She's like, you know what, I'll just get it done. I'll just do it. If it goes sour, oh well, no harm, no foul. And somehow Ikeda's just not comfortable with that. That's why he tried to do a checkup with her. He's like, is this really what you want? So now we're going to a different scene. Now apparently Shiwa does leave the love letter in his locker, in Sakagami's locker. And she's waiting. She's waiting after the letter, like up on the rooftop. And it's like after class, the sun's going down. And Sakagami appears, and he says to Shiwa, you're cute, and of course I'll go out with you. I was like, what? Really? No, let me... You said yes? It was that easy? You had Shiwa jumping through all those effed up events, and yet somehow you just say yes without even asking. It's just weird. Apparently he's going to ask her out, and she does, and says Sunday we'll go to the movies. So this is a big success. And yet it doesn't look like Shiwa's happy, ironically. Yeah, it doesn't. I was like, well, you just won. Why isn't this clicking? So we are taken to a different scene. Now, all I can say is they're celebrating. Yes, we see Shiwa. She has success. She did something positive. And Ikeda, he went out, he bought all this food, all of Shiwa's favorite food, and he cooked for her. And they have a celebrating little party, just Shiwa, and Ikeda. No Natsukawa. No, she's not here. No. And I thought it was definitely interesting. She definitely deserved this. And then it got all emotional up in your face, up in here, seriously. And he basically says, are you okay? Or should I say, that's what he said first when they were at the grocery store. At the party, Shiwa was the one that's actually telling Ikeda, are you okay with what happened? Are you okay with me going out with Sakagami? And he has no clue on why she would ask him. I mean, he basically says, Shiwa, we're like family. You're like my little sister. It's like, Shiwa says, buddy, I'm 3 months older than you. I'm not like your sister. And he's like, oh, fine. You're like my older sister. I'm like, dude, that's not making anything better. She basically says she likes you. She loves you. That's basically what she was saying. And he just could not catch on. And, Shiwa is emotionally heartbroken. She's like, you dumb fuck. You dumb fuck. She thought he was going to interject and say, no, I want to date you. But no, instead, you know what Ikeda does? He puts her down and does the whole brother, sister, family thing and says, this is celebrations for you. You got a man. And she slaps him on the face and she calls him a dummy and leaves. I mean, seriously, Ikeda, you deserved every bit of that, because you know what? She's an amazing girl, an amazing woman in general. So we are taken to a flashback toward the end of the episode where we see how, apparently how Shiwa got into a car wreck per se, or not a car wreck, the accident. She couldn't do kendo anymore, and apparently she does go over to Ikeda's house. He starts cooking for her after his parents leave. Obviously, they're gone. They find their new partners. So now we know how they start becoming more stronger as friends can be. And his food sucks, and she says, well, your food sucks, but it'll get better over time. And he basically says, well, I'll work on it just for you. And then he also makes another declaration. He wants to become a doctor because of what happened to Shiwa. And that was, I felt that. It was right here. I'm like, So this is why Aida can cook so good, how he has so much enthusiasm to become a doctor, and how he has great grades, because apparently he was a C plus student. And I was like, he went from a C plus student to a top ranking student, and he wants to get into a medical school too. I'll get to it, only to help Shaiwa be able to do kendo again, to help her with her problem, her medical condition. And if that isn't love, I really don't know what is. And he is just, after that flashback is finished, he starts thinking about it, and it just snaps like, I'm a dumb fuck. How could I not see this? Of course you love her, and you're just noticing this now? What? Oh god. I'm sorry, this is just... wow. Now, again, at the end of the episode, we do find out that Natsukawa, she's now at her own little house, and she's reading, Aida's notebook, and now she figures out, oh my god, you love Shaiwa. But she doesn't say anything, but she's reading the notebook, and he's like, you dummy. I'm like, Natsukawa, you're the dummy. You have a fake boyfriend who you're blackmailing. Who's the real dummy? Okay, it's equal playing fields. Yes, Aida's stupid for not noticing his best friend that's a girl happens to be his love of his life, but to each their own. It takes some persons a long time to figure that out. I mean, look at his parents. They were married, and they just walked out on him in his third year of middle school to find their own partners, to get their own love interest. So come on, he doesn't come from the best family right now. And again, that's where the episode ends. As for final thoughts, well, first of all, is Aida ever going to approach Shaiwa and say, would you like to go on a date? Is he going to say he's sorry? Are they actually going to start doing something together as a couple? I have no idea. Is he going to tell, Shaiwa about Natsukawa and what's really going on? I don't know. I really don't. And is Natsukawa going to be nicer to, Aida for what he's going through after reading his notebook? We don't know. I can only hope so. But again, that is it for my final thoughts. As for my rating, wow. Let me think. Whew. I want to give this a 3.5 out of 5, but you know what? I love the emotion. Although it was annoying, I love the emotion. 4 out of 5, plain and simple. A lot of people will say, why? And you're sitting down, so I'll be honest, I love emotion. This is like a slice of life anime series. Not the best, because they're not old enough for me to connect with them, but 4 out of 5 because I saw the emotion. I mean, the love between Shaiwa and Aida is definitely there. I can't wait to see how it blossoms and goes into something more. But again, guys, final rating, 4 out of 5. And that is it for my walkthrough and review of OreShura episode 3. But definitely comment down below, let me know, thumbs up, thumbs down. Definitely subscribe, check me out on Twitter, and follow me if you like. Also, check my forum out and sign up for it. All that information can be found down below. One more time, all that information can be found down below. But let me know what you thought of this episode, and let me know what you think is going to happen in the next episode that's coming out. But again, guys, I gotta leave. I gotta hit the bricks. I've got one more walkthrough review to do today, and I think I'll be able to get to it. I got enough time. But again, guys, I gotta hit the bricks, and I gotta go. And before I go, I have to say it, and I always say it. You can't stop the access, but you can watch the feed. I'll see you later, guys.